Hello. Sorry, that was louder than I expected. I'm Milo. How are you going, everyone? Yeah, I've been playing Castlevania games in my own time, so I thought I could stream some indie games that are inspired by Castlevania. And next week I'll be doing the more overt clones, but today I'm going to be playing some things where the inspiration may be a little more loose, but it should be a fun time. And yeah, I'm also focusing on ones that have a female protagonist because that narrows down a bit, and I always like representing those and having that representation. So a natural fit, of course, is one of the 52 games available in the Action 52 compilation cartridge for NES. Just trying to get all the stream stuff ready. So I'll be with you in a second. This ought to work, right? Okay. We're good to go. Nope, that's not right. One second, bear with me. Oh, okay. Are we on? Cool. All right. Good to see you, Gibbon. How's it going? Yeah, so this is Haunted Hill, also known as Haunted Halls in the, where is it? Where does it say that? I think the manual says that. No, I don't remember. Anyway, Action 52 is a really weird thing, but we'll talk about it as we go on. Let's launch the game. Yeah, it said on that interstitial screen, Haunted Halls. Okay, so A and B are kind of swapped around, unless that's my controller, but I don't think so. B is jump and A is shoot. Now, I've read that of the many badly coded and borderline unplayable games on this compilation, Haunted Hills is one of the ones that happens to have halfway decent controls compared to the rest. So, yeah, if you know anything about Action 52, it's full of junk. But, like, yeah, it's sort of kusoge, lauded junk that is so bad that it's good kind of thing. Gibbon says, oh man, old PC games. No, my friend, this was on the Nintendo Entertainment System. Yeah, Action 52. The music's changed. How about that? Yeah. Yeah, we're getting this kind of audio out of the NES sound chip. So there you go. Okay, so we've got a game over, so we're going to start again. This time I'll use more rewinds and such to get through this. Oh, a different kind of ghost has spawned. That's interesting. Ugh. Yes. Orson sat in on a little audio test stream I did last night, where because I'd had such problems last time streaming from PC in getting the audio balance satisfactory, I decided I should do some testing beforehand, so Orson was witness to that. Oh, I can't believe that worked. Actually, I really need to swap the A and B button assignments, because it's really throwing me off. How do I do that exactly? Oh, it'll be in this menu. Okay. Options. Oh, I've got that set to on. Because, wait. Is that going to fix my problem? No, it's not. Yeah, just controls. Yeah, that's what we expect, so I'll just swap those around. And that should be good. Much better. Okay, so yeah. Action 52, Haunted Halls apparently, or Haunted Hills, had B for jump and A to shoot. So let's talk a little bit about Action 52. So there's a guy called... well, what was that noise? This is disturbing. What's the guy? Okay, the guy's name is Vince Perry. He's not really a game developer, but he saw that this emerging market was emerging for video games on console in North America. And specifically what he noticed was children in his neighborhood playing Taiwanese bootleg cartridges. Now, I've featured some interesting bootlegs in the past here on stream with the Donkey Kong Country stuff. So, you know, these things were cheap, but you could get a whole bunch of them on one cart because it was illegal. And so he was inspired by that to say, what if I made a compilation cart like the bootlegs, except I actually did it legally? So that's what he did, and he didn't have much experience. He put together a team of developers who were likewise inexperienced, and also gave them a very short amount of time to turn around at 52 games, and that's why it resulted in something where basically everything in it is low quality. And it's worth noting as well that technically what he did was legal, but he did release it without obtaining a license from Nintendo, so it isn't unlicensed. So therefore, you could say that Action 52 is itself a bootleg, although his starting goal was to make something not illegal. Oh boy, this is rough. Okay, so you can only have one projectile on screen at a time. It looks like she's throwing little crosses, and if that cross impacts on an enemy, it's therefore destroyed, and you can throw another one straight away. That's how it works. Oh, okay, we're up to the first boss, and it's some kind of spider, I think. Am I damaging it? I guess we'll find out in a minute. Small spiders, oh no! Okay. Yeah, and this is the classic take one hit and you immediately die and start again, which is really not fun. I hope this is working. Gosh, the sound of throwing crosses. It's just nauseating. Okay. Maybe we can get a bit closer. Do some rapid fire damage. Great, it worked. No death animation, but we've destroyed it. Let me just check the chat. You have no idea. Be careful, you have no idea the powers you're dealing with. And given celebrating that. Thank you. Yes. Yeah, so a funny thing about the release of Action 52, Vince Perry had such a high opinion of this thing that he charged a tremendous amount of money for its sale. He was like, okay, here you're getting 52 top quality games, and so I'm not going to charge just the regular retail price. So you could get this multi-game cartridge for the low price of $199 US. That's right, $200 for 52 worthless games that you will not spend very long on at all. The only reason I'm spending more time on this is because it's the only one I'm going to play today from the collection, and I want to see it through. But we can see there's already unique level layouts here and such, so there might be some more surprises in store. Oh my gosh. And yes, that chain hanging down does kill me on contact instantly. We've got to worry about this ghost now. If I'm quick enough, I might be able to hit it. There we go. Okay, and then do a jump, fall through there. Great. Perfect. Yes, and I've set up rewind for my controller to easily be able to use it, thankfully. Because the game's not playing fair, so why should I? Oh, great. The skull pulls up when it's approaching you. Okay, cool. So you do get a chance to hit them. I don't know how much of this was intended, you know. Maybe I should play some of the other games on the collection just to compare the quality, because they really are all about this standard or worse, I must say, having watched them in action. But I think it's nice that we have here this horror-themed game where you're fighting monsters, and they've put the player character as a woman. It's unusual and appreciated. The Castlevania series itself doesn't do that often enough, I must say. I guess I'll talk about that in a minute, but yeah. First of all... What? Okay, so Orson's bringing up a really good question. I wonder if anyone has done a ROM hack of this to make it good. I don't know about ROM hacks. I didn't actually check on that, but I know there was a really... What is that? What is going on? Oh, yes, I remember. So there was a remake in the works, and one of the things they mentioned was keeping the mechanic where if you jump and then fall further than your starting height, then you die from fall damage. So if I jump there and then fall, as soon as I drop below where that platform I started from is, then I will die instantly. So that's how that works. And yeah, so there was a remake project in the works. So it was a sort of big collaborative effort, and it was called Action 52 Owns. Now, a lot of people overlooked the fact that there was a second Action 52 collection, and I'll be playing that after I'm done with this, and that came out on the Mega Drive. But this collaboration project was based on the NES version, which is what most people, if they know anything about Action 52, that's what they think of. Yeah, so if you drop off a platform, you survive. You just can't jump and land lower than the starting platform. Yeah, that's bad. But I guess it's kind of in keeping with old games, like Donkey Kong had that kind of mechanic. If you fall too far, you die, and too far is actually quite short. Spelunker as well, and other ancient Japanese games of its type had these really harsh falling mechanics. So yeah, Action 52 Owns was really interesting. A bunch of different indie developers got together to pick one of the games in the NES collection that they would then completely remake from the ground up and hopefully make them good this time. That was the idea. And out of the 52, I think maybe 2/3 of them ended up with completed remakes. Unfortunately, Haunted Hills of Wentworth, which is this, did not get a completed remake. Someone was working on it, and you can see YouTube videos showing progress on the remake. Oh gosh. Let me just check my notes for the name of the person. I'll just pause for a second. Yeah, oh yeah, the YouTube channel is just called Jack, so it's kind of maybe hard to search for, but search for Haunted Hills remake Action 52 Owns and it'll probably come up. They started it in 2010, and sort of picked it up again in 2013, but it was then abandoned. They made a couple of levels, and it looked good. It looked, they certainly improved on the graphics, if nothing else. But yeah, unfortunately that one didn't come through, although some others did in interesting ways, which might be worth checking out if you're interested. And yeah, there's a whole website for Action 52 Owns. Some of the links to the games have gone silent, unfortunately. Oh, okay. I gotta maneuver this right. Hit that one, turn around. Maybe I can jump back up here. Nope. Okay. Alright, let's take it a bit slower. Three this time. This hardly seems fair. Okay. I do not get this. Do I have any other options? No. I really only have the one attack, which is throwing the cross. Oh, it worked that time. What do you know? Cool. Let me see. Oh yeah, I have noted here that 23 out of the 52 games, so that's just over half, no, just under half, were completed for the Action 52 Owns collaboration. But yeah, let's talk about a bit more about Action 52. The company that Vince Perry put together that released this is called Active Enterprises. I I think like an alternate title for the collection is the Action Game Master, although that's also the name of Cheetah Man, which is possibly the most famous of the games to come out of Action 52. If you've never heard of Action 52, you might have heard of Cheetah Man. It was sort of the centerpiece of the collection and the most polished and had the most content to it out of all the 52 games. They even had plans to turn it into a big multimedia franchise. There was a comic book and all this stuff. It even had a sequel game, the Cheetah Man 2, that I don't know if that was unlicensed as well, but I don't think it was any good, to be honest. Unfortunately. But yeah, the Cheetah Man 2 actually got a re-release in 2012 after its initial, I think, Mega Drive release in what was it, 1992? No, NES. It was on the NES, because it was following after this one. So that's actually the year after this compilation, which came out in 91. Yeah, so what they did with the re-release is it's the same game, but they've gone back and tried to fix all the bugs and make it more playable. And I think probably leveraged the infamous reputation of it to get people interested in a remake. Well, not a remake, but a port or whatever you want to call it. I think the key is not to go too far forward because more enemies will spawn. So if you see one, just deal with it and then move on. Aha, another boss time. With a helpful brick. Oh, I can't stand on that brick. What? Excuse me, what just happened? I got pushed back to level 1 for some reason. Maybe I defeated the boss without knowing. I think 3 levels is kind of the cap for a lot of these, so we might be at the end of the game here. Is that it? Yeah, okay. So I beat the spider and I go back to level 1. So that is it for Haunted Hills. I didn't actually say, but there's a manual for this. You can find scans of it online, and there's a kind of short capsule description for each game. And for this game, let me read you the description from the manual. Ghosts and ghoulies are running loose in the cemetery. Get them all back to where they belong and end the chaos in the halls of Wentworth. So again, there's the confusion of whether it's Haunted Hills or Haunted Halls. I'm still not sure which one was really intended, but considering we're inside the whole time, halls is probably more appropriate. And they did spell ghoulies with 2 L's by mistake, by the way. So that's it for this. Let's see what else we can do with Action 52. Hang on a second. How do I reset? Restart. There we go. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. There's the Cheetah Man. Showing what was the focus. Make your selection now. So that didn't take very long. So while we're here, why don't we just try out a couple of other ones that I thought sounded kind of interesting. So I liked that we had a female protagonist in Haunted Hill. The only other one in the collection, you got to press select to change screen. It's not Shooting Gal, because I think that's just short for Shooting Gallery. It's Bubbblegum Rosie. This is the only other one with a female protagonist. Now, in the manual, it's spelled R-O-S-I-E for Rosie. And the plot is something along the lines of Rosie is looking for her gum, but so are a lot of other gum-starved critters. And there's all this gum theme, and we attack by blowing bubbles. Oh my gosh. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, okay, so I can confirm that what they said about the controls, definitely true. This controls horribly. Haunted Halls is definitely a step up from this. Oh my gosh. This is a mess. So yeah, there's some platformers in here. There's a lot of shooters as well. There's some puzzle-y games. Some very basic kind of I don't know, tile matching or something. There's a lot of crap in this collection is what I'm saying. I don't know why I can't actually kill these things with the bubbles. I guess some hazards just are immune to it. Oh my gosh. Milo sure knows how to sell the crowd a game, says Gibbon. Hey, I'm not trying to sell this collection. I do try to see the positive in a lot of the stuff I play. I know some people... Oh my... How... You can't move and jump is the problem. See, if I'm running and then I jump, I sort of go straight up in the air and fall down. You gotta jump and then push across. Oh. Yeah. So I do try and see the positive. And people tend to be quite dismissive of certain games, but I like to give them a shot. But this is unredeemable trash. No offense. There's no way to exit out of it either, is there? How about if I do one of these? Nope, that doesn't work. Alright, I gotta reset. That's fine. So the only other one in the collection that caught my eye based on the descriptions was Hambo's Adventures. So I'll check that out real quick and then we'll move on to the Mega Drive version of Action 52. Yes, how do I do that? Select. 47, Hambo. Now this caught my eye because what it says in the manual is that this is a Donkey Kong type of game. So they literally are calling out what they're ripping off right in the manual. And yes, this is a quite Donkey Kong-ish kind of game. It's more like... Oh, what was that one I played on the MSX? There's a couple of single-screen platformers that predate Donkey Kong. And it's just kind of ladder-based stuff. It's more like that, but yeah, it is wearing its inspiration on its sleeve here. Oh, that was death, apparently. What an awful animation and sound for dying. I don't know how to get around that either, because you can't wrap the screen. It's not like Pac-Man. You can't just go off the other side. So either I have to jump over the dynamite or wait for it to disappear. Oh my gosh. Okay, well this is trash too. They never made a remake of Hambo's Adventures, unfortunately. But what I will do right now is play the remake of Bubbblegum Rosie, which is one of the ones that did get completed in Action 52 Owns event. So I'll pull that up right now for you. Give it a quick spin to see how it improves on the original. It's just an example of the kind of things that were done there. So yeah, we got some credits here, which is nice. Created by rdein and music by J.W. Hendricks and Annihilator Beta. Normal mode has more flashy like effects and controls. Classic mode is more straightforward. So we'll play normal mode. Oh right, I had a thing set up for this. Okay, controls are good. Let's go. Now, what is amazing about this is how well they've, or I don't know, it's just really cool. I like the look of it, and you can double jump. Actually, I didn't try if you could double jump in the other game, now that I think of it. But look at this. Doesn't this look like just like something that Pixel would have made, Daisuke Amaya? It looks a lot like Cave Story, don't you think? Yeah, awesome stuff. And if I hold down the button, I can spit multiple bubbles. Yeah. Oh wow, yeah, I got a real rapid fire going on here. That's cool. I think the different little lollies that you pick up give you different kinds of shots, actually. Oh, I've run out of bubble power. Oh no. So yeah, really cute. And like they've taken the formula of what was there, but just expanded on it humongously to make it actually something that is good. Okay, so this kind of shot pushes me back slightly. Beautiful stuff. I'm just really absorbed by this. I think this is very well done. I wonder if this is a secret. Ooh, I found the cave. Ouch. Okay, well that's it for that game. Is this Celeste? Says Orson. But Gibbon agrees that it is very cave story-esque. Yeah, I think it's really cool. But we're not here for cute bubblegum stylings, are we? How do we quit? We're here for Castlevania type stuff. So I'm going to open up RetroArch again, which is something I'm still getting to grips with. Actually, since I'm curious, I'm going to quickly duck back into the NES version and see if there's a double jump. I can guarantee there's not, but let's just find out, shall we? 23. No, there is not. No double jumps. I knew it. Okay. So, I guess that wraps up Action 52 for the NES. We're going to go to the Mega Drive version. Oh yeah, I didn't change the window back over. So you didn't see that, but I tested it. You cannot jump doubly. Is this it? Yeah, okay, sorry about that. Yeah, so you can't double jump in Bubbblegum Rosie on NES. Is that just some Steam game? I was hoping they did the remake on NES. No, yeah, the remakes are all just standalone PC executables, basically. So, no, they didn't keep to the NES limitations. The idea was just to remake them however you could to make them good. Oh, okay, it's actually giving us a preview of one of the games on here. Interesting. That's a cool way to do an attract mode, I suppose. I didn't see if there was an attract mode on a NES. Oh, that's loud. That's so loud. I'm turning it down. That's horrific. Okay. So yeah, this... excuse me. So this is Action 52 on Mega Drive. Came out in 1993, 2 years after the first compilation there. And Active Enterprises weren't behind the development this time. They contracted it out to Farsight Technologies, who were maybe had a bit more experience, and so therefore the games they put out might be a little more well developed, although I think that was still a short turnaround. So they're not exactly great games, and there are still 52 of them. A lot of the games on here take the same name and concept for the game and create a new experience out of it from scratch. They didn't They didn't feel too, bound by the NES game's decisions. There was also a SNES version planned, but it got cancelled. Now, the colored names indicate something about the games. Yellow means it's an expert level game. Purple for intermediate. Green for beginner. So the beginners are all back here. And blue for 2 players. And the white ones are special. So there's a randomizer. It just picks a game for you. Music Demo is a challenge, gives you a series of... it picks games for you to play in sequence. So let me tell you what the manual says about Haunted Hills for the Mega Drive version. Gibbon asks if that was Asteroids. Yeah, you're going to find that a lot of these are still inspired by a more popular game. Or did you see Asteroids in here? Yeah, there could be one that's just called that. No, I don't see it. Anyway, yeah, let's play Haunted Hill. Haunted Hills. Look at that title art. Love it. Oh, bit of graphical garbage down the bottom of the screen. Never mind about that. Level 1. Yeah, the digitized speech is pretty cool. Oh yeah, now in-game this is actually pretty quiet, so I'm going to turn it up a bit more. I do remember that. Okay, so here we are, Mega Drive Haunted Hills. Oh my gosh. Okay, the sound effects are very loud, sorry. I'm going to turn it down again. Oh my gosh. So as we can see, we're no longer the woman, we're some dude called Tommy Toe, T-O-W. And as we learn in the manual, Tommy Toe dies very easily. No, it says Tommy Toe is lost in the Haunted Hills. He must find his way out, but there are many enemies who would like to keep him here forever. Let's rewind to before the death, actually, because it's important. Oh, what? Uh-oh, got stuck. That's not good. Retro Archer's not responding. We'll be right back. Let me read to you from the manual while this loads. Tommy Toe is lost in the Haunted Hills. He must find his way out, but there are many enemies who would like to keep him there. Keep him here forever. With his torch weapon... oh my gosh. No, no, no. What's going on? Now this is coming up properly, I hope. Anyway, yeah, with his torch weapon, he can defeat them. On the way, he must collect all of the hidden diamonds. If he misses even one of the diamonds somewhere along the way, he will remain where he is and will not be permitted to get out of each area. If you should reach the end of the level and cannot advance to the next level, you have missed a diamond somewhere and must go back to find it. Remember, if you don't collect all of the diamonds, you will not be allowed to advance to the next level. Beware the skeleton of death, for he is the only enemy who is invincible. When you see him, avoid him, because you cannot destroy him. So it's very wordy, that... you know, description in the manual. It repeats itself a lot. It's really quite clumsy, to be honest. I don't know why, and that description is actually a lot longer than a lot of the descriptions for other games in the collection. It's very strange. Alright, so we don't have the cross that covers the whole screen anymore, unfortunately. We've only got this torch that has a very short... Oh no, something's messing up when I rewind. Maybe... Pico Drive, the emulator doesn't handle it well. And yeah, it causes the emulator to kind of crash. So what I'm going to do is just try and use save states instead of rewinds. Can I... oh, it's not responding. Alright, we'll start that again. How annoying. It's not cooperating with my usual cheating ways of playing. Okay. Alright, so the save state worked. Now remember, we have to grab all the diamonds or we won't be able to advance, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, so you're going to see that save state pop up a lot. Oh, okay. So that fall damage is deadly. We got a lot of nice vocalizations though, I appreciate that. Ah! Ugh. So take care not to fall too far, just like in the first one. We do have some leeway. It's not, you know, 1 pixel below your starting point that kills you in this. Oh good, I was worried the platform would push me off, but I actually passed through it, thankfully. Nice touch to have all those bloodied pitchforks at the bottom of this pit. Oh, I mean, it must be just strawberry jam, surely. Yeah, no reason to suspect anything sinister. That's a really big bat. I wonder how it got so big. Maybe we're eating a lot of jam. Remember, kids, eat your jam. Oops. Forget it. Yeah, that jump's really tricky because you immediately bonk your head and then fall. Oh, it's a giant hand. It's the thing. Or thing from the Addams Family, but big. So not really like the thing. I mean thing. Cool. So it's a small level, but you do need to get all the diamonds. Remember, get the diamonds. Don't forget about the diamonds. Whoa, giant spider. Okay, we gotta climb the branches now. That's a nice touch. They're not just a background element, you can actually climb on them. I like that. Also, how you pass behind some things. So there's foreground elements and background. Already we can see that, oh, remember, death's invincible. Yeah, we can see that, oh, I haven't been save stating, so I'll take that death. We've got a few lives to work with. But our diamonds have gone away, or rather they've reappeared. It hasn't remembered that we collected them. So you got to do it in one run, people. Yeah, Tommy is so much weaker than whatever our heroine's name was. His torch has such low range. It's quite distressing. This must take place before the other one though, because you can see we're outside in the cemetery, which is kind of what the description for the NES version alluded to, that we would be in a cemetery. But this is clearly outside the grounds of the haunted halls in the haunted hills. So maybe that's the appropriate designation for the names. So if we just imagine that these two, Tommy Toe and that other lady, were working together to infiltrate the haunted mansion, and he was fighting his way through the outside while she infiltrated the inside, I suppose. Oops. Yeah, I went down to check if there are any diamonds down there, but there weren't. This background jingle is actually not bad. It's a nice little bop. If only the incredibly loud sound effects didn't overwhelm it all the time. I hope you can hear it okay, dear viewer. Giant rats. So many fireballs. Ah, nuts. Okay, I have to wait. I've been relying on my rewind crotch for too long. Now that I can't use it, I keep forgetting to save state. It's the way I used to play emulators way back then. I see that reference, Gibbon. Rodents of unusual size. I don't believe they exist. That's a line from The Princess Bride, people. Go watch it. It's fun. Ah. Ah. Okay, cool. So yeah, we can see this is definitely... Oh! This is definitely a more accomplished game than the NES version. So you can hand it to the people at Farsight Technologies. Speaking of them, in more recent years, you might know them as the creators of the Pinball Arcade and Stern Pinball Arcade. So they've gotten big into the pinball games and have evidently found some success with that. Oh my gosh, it's death! Nuts. The weird thing is that he says, I don't believe they exist, even after he's seen one just behind him in the forest. But I guess he was trying to, you know, play it down for Buttercup's sake. That was her name, right? I know she had a silly name. Oh, death. So I cleared death, but the rat was the real problem. Okay, I'll deal with you. Ugh! I can't believe that. So is it you get all the diamonds and then go to the exit? Ugh. Come on. I did this before. Yes. Okay. Seriously. Oh no, why don't I just grab it and then hop down here? Okay. You serious? That hitbox. Alright. Okay, it's possible. So where's the end of the level then? Maybe it's down on the floor. Oh boy. Oh, almost. It's technically possible. Okay. Great. Whew. Okay, my theory is that I have to drop down here. Nope, that wasn't it. I must have missed a diamond somewhere. Oh no. Oh my gosh. I'm going to keep trying. I want to see this through, even though we don't have that female protagonist that I was talking about. Yeah, I did mention Castlevania before. I wanted to play some Castlevania games and then maybe some other related games this month, but it turned out there weren't that many applicable ones, at least no ones I've already played, that I haven't already played. So I'm a big fan of Castlevania Legends on the Game Boy, but I've played that already, and it's less interesting for me to stream a game that I've already played. Sorry. I'm gonna have to backtrack, try and find this hidden diamond. They haven't been very well hidden so far. Ugh. Do I need to go down here? I've been down here. Yeah, I didn't actually write this down, but let's see. Off the top of my head, Castlevania games that star a woman. So we've got Legends on the Game Boy. That would have been after Symphony of the Night. So before that, you had Cypher as one of the selectable characters in 3. Then you had Maria as the secret unlockable character. There we go. Saw that diamond. In Rondo, I don't think she was in Dracula X. And then she came through to the Saturn version of Symphony of the Night, all grown up as the playable character. And then again in the PSP remake, they re-added her, playing a bit differently. Maria Renard. Then what? Okay, so as soon as you get all the diamonds, you immediately finish. Level 3. Let's see. There's no playable women on the Game Boy Advance. But when you get on the DS, there are, because you got the bonus mode in Dawn of Sorrow, where you play as Julius, Alucard, and Yoko Belnades. And then Portrait of Ruin, you got Charlotte Olan as the co-protagonist. And then there were bonus modes there. Oh, okay. I can't jump on that platform because it's too close to the top of the screen. It inhibits my jump. So I have to kind of get across when there's no fireball and drop down there. Okay. That slope is not a slope. It's just a series of tiled blocks. Yeah, I think the Axe Armor, who is a playable bonus character in Portrait of Ruin, is implied to be female. So that's a lady. And then you have the twin sisters, Stella and Loretta, the vampires, as a bonus mode in Portrait of Ruin as well. And then, of course, Shanoa, who, after many long years, is once again the primary protagonist of a Castlevania game. Not since Sonia Belmont in Legends did we have a main, like a prominent, you know, a female as the protagonist of a game. And is that it? Is that it? Sonia was supposed to come back in Resurrection on the Dreamcast, a 3D one that would bridge the gap between... Well, it was sort of a time travel thing. Sonia's in like the 1200s, and then there would be another Belmont in the like 1800s or something, or later. And then halfway between them, it was 1666, and they would both travel from their eras to that time. And Sonia would have to like coach, I think it was Victor, who had sort of given up on the vampire hunting biz. Yeah, it was a cool idea. Didn't happen though. It would have given Sonia some respect, because Lord knows she needs it. Yes, Shanoa, Given is very quick to point out Shanoa, who's probably, you know, the big one. Because, yeah, again, Sonia gets no respect. Even from Koji Igarashi, who famously created like an official timeline for the series, although later he kind of regrets publishing it publicly, where, yeah, he cut out a lot of the games, primarily ones that he didn't make, so it was kind of taken unkindly by fans. and especially his comments about Legends, which are published. You can actually go to the page on Koji Igarashi on the Castlevania fan wiki, which has a lot of comments that he's said over the years in interviews about different games he's worked on and things relating to the series. It's a pretty interesting read. Is that it? We're done with Haunted Hills? No, there's a level 4. Okay, we'll keep going for a bit. And yeah, he says at the time, and I think this is about 2003, that one of the reasons that he doesn't consider Legends to be part of the story that he wants to acknowledge is that it has the role of a female protagonist. And he said, he's like, oh, when you think about, Castlevania games that's set in the past and stuff, the role of women in that world is either to be captured or whatever. They couldn't possibly be a hero. And I'm like, that is so infuriating to read. It just makes you want to punch his lights out. But that was sort of his philosophy at the time. Now, as Gibbon points out, since he's not working at Konami anymore, he's gone and made his own Castlevania game on his own strength through Kickstarter, and it's called Bloodstained. Curse of the Moon, I think. I can never remember the subtitles of these things. No, Curse of the Moon was the indie 8-bit one. It's Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. And it has Miriam as the lead character, and she's a lady warrior. So it seems that he has changed his mind on those comments, moved on from them slightly. But even by the time of Order of Ecclesia, where Shinoa is the main character, he may have backtracked a little on those ideas, because there's comments, again, on that same page from interviews where people have asked him about his prior comments and about how that stacks up with Shinoa being the lead for Order of Ecclesia. And he's, laid out some reasons why she was a compelling protagonist for that story. Even by that time, it seemed that he had changed his mind a little bit on that, which is good, because his initial comments were incredibly horrible. But that's okay. So I guess we don't have to hold it against him anymore. I guess the upshot of it is that in general, the series of Castlevania doesn't have that many ladies in charge, but when you get fans making homages and stuff, you do often get women protagonists, which is really nice. And that's something I'm going to be showing for the next stream, the next 2 streams, this one and the next one. Games in the indie world where we've got a female protagonist that are inspired by Castlevania. And I know we're playing as this kind of schlubby dude right now, but that's only because this is a follow-on from the previous Haunted Hills. And just to fill a bit more time in this stream. Ha ha ha. How are we going for time? Yeah, I should probably move on soon if we don't reach the end of this, because I'm not sure how long the other games are, to be honest. Ugh. I really wish I could crouch or something. You just have to time your movements here. And I don't know when that platform is coming. Okay, I have to wait a bit longer. Go after that double shot. Okay, cool. Oh, there's more down here. All right. Nice and hidden. Love that. Oh yeah, I forgot a couple that I've just remembered. So there's an arcade game. I don't remember the name of it. Maybe Castlevania the Arcade or something. The Japanese side is not so imaginative with naming Castlevania games. But it was sort of like a Time Crisis style light gun shooter. And you had 2 playable characters, and then a third was added later in an update. You have the whip-wielding vampire killer style guy. And then you had the Lady Gunner, and then you had later the Little Witch. So there's 2 out of 3 playable characters there were ladies. And they didn't have names, strangely enough. Oh, I got stuck in a platform just there, by the way, if you didn't notice. So we still got problems like that here, apparently. Yeah, they didn't have names, but they were there. They existed. Oh, what else? That's all I can think of, and I didn't actually research that. So if anyone wants to correct me on that. Thinking. I guess you had some of them come back in Harmony of Despair and Grimoire of Souls. So I think Yoko was a solo playable character there, I think. A lot of the characters there were just taken directly from the DS games. They didn't like bother to do any work of importing GBA game characters into it or anything. Not even Juste Belmont. Okay, so I think we're done with Haunted Hills because it's thrown me back to the title screen. So before we move on to more modern indie games, and this is here because, you know, this is really is an indie game, self-published, unlicensed. In this era, you don't think much of things being indie, but this one definitely is. So yeah, while we're here, there's no Bubbblegum Rosie on the Mega Drive version, but a couple that caught my eye that I wanted to at least check out for my own satisfaction are Dino Tennis. Okay, so in this one, it's described as sports in the dinosaur era. And so we're using trees as tennis rackets and hitting a caveman back and forward instead of a ball. And yeah, I think this is intended as a 2-player game. So if you're only by yourself, you can't actually play, unfortunately. Oh well, it looks cool anyway. I think I have to restart, yeah. Oh, there you go. It actually tells you what the colors mean right there. Although it's left pretty quickly. By the way, let's read that warning, because that's actually pretty interesting. Please disregard any and all previous notices. This product is not produced by or under license from Sega Enterprise Limited. So indeed, the Mega Drive collection is just as unlicensed as the NES one was. Okay, what else did I want to check out here? So I saw one title that was familiar to me, Slalom. Now, Rare, who I'm a big fan of, their first game on the NES was Slalom. So let's see how this compares to that. Okay, well, clearly, straight away we can see it's a bit more simplistic. Rare's Slalom has a behind-the-back looking forward view that's sort of pseudo 3D, which was interesting and ambitious. This one is very much more like, I don't know, did you ever play Ski Free on the PC back in like Windows 98 days or whatever? Yeah, this is basically just Ski Free, except without the Yetis and the jumps. It's very simplistic, just trees. Okay. Oh, okay, that's level 1. Great. Can I quit? I think I just have to restart every time. Okay. The only other one I wanted to check was because of some games I played back at the start of the year. I did some sort of extreme sports platformer type games that were interesting. So this one's called Street Skater, number 31. Let's see what it's like. Wow, look at this. This is just as good as the first like TNC Surf Designs game, I think. Although, yeah, the music is ear-bleeding. It's so high-pitched and... yeah, I don't like it. Oh, Wadiday's here. Hi, Wadiday. How's it going? Good to see you. Wadiday says that he plans to make a review of this. Oh, collect the radio. Great. We have a real expert on hand. Grab the radios. Do I grab the cats too? Nope. Orson says that Slalom is like Rare's worst game. Well, that's fair, but it's better than the Slalom in this game. You should have been here earlier, Wadito. I've been struggling through all of these. It'd be good to know some more about them. But yeah, I look forward to reading a review. Again, Wadito runs a blog where he reviews all sorts of crazy games called Iseng Journal. ISENG Journal. If you want to check that out. Anyone else in chat have something to plug? Alright, so this is not too impressive. Oh, I can jump. Great. I didn't try out button C, but it makes you jump. Hooray! It's a huge jump too. This is quite unrealistic in an amusing way. I like it. Whoa! So the reason Wordito knows about this is that his neighbor owned the real cartridge. That's fascinating. I thought this was a North American exclusive. That's really interesting. That your neighbor actually had the real thing. So yeah, that's Skater, but we're here for Castlevania stuff, so I'm going to stop that now. Goodbye, Action 52. Let's close out that chapter of the stream. I was pretty pleased with that. All right. So that was 1993. Yeah. I found a couple of more things in the meantime, but the next thing I'm going to play today is actually from 2019. So I'm going to select this, and then start the game. There's a couple of Castlevania clones, like there's one called Rusty, which was from Japanese PCs, but it was a little bit... The character designs were, I think, not family friendly enough for me to transmit on stream. Okay, let me explain. A game by its cover is a game jam where you take fake mock-up cartridge art from the Famicase exhibition and you make it into a real game. So Famicase is you are designing a Famicom cartridge that doesn't exist, and it's just an artwork exhibition. And in this case, Philip Summers made one called Demon Burst and gave a little description of what the gameplay is like. I believe... did I not write it down? Oh, here it is. A tower bursts from the ground, taking the source of water for the land of Rasta up with it. Soon enough, the water becomes poison, and demons flock from the tower to torment villagers. Join Simone Bartley on her quest to purify Rasta from evil. And that is what they based the game on. So in 2019, 2 people took on the task of taking Demon Burst and making a real game of it. This one is Crowno, also known as Victor. And you can find this on itch.io. And let's get started. Demon Burst. Any options I need to know about? That looks fine. Yep. Oh yeah, you can put on all sorts of different filter options to make it like an old CRT, which is nice, but not something that I'm into, so I'm not going to put that on. Let's go. Yeah, the volume's a bit louder in game than it is in the... Oh, Crowno's here. He's saying, oh, hey, I made this. Yeah, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I'm really impressed with this game from what little I've seen of it so far. It's very charismatic. So, yeah, it's great that you're here. Now, let me see. So the mechanics are you can jump up, you can double jump, you can grab on these to ascend. He's taken the description of the tower from that capsule and built that into the gameplay, which is really cool. The description on itch mentions being inspired by Castlevania, Ghouls and Ghosts, and Kid Icarus, and you can see that inspiration clearly from the vertical design and the screen scrolling stuff, which is all there in both Kid Icarus games on the NES and Game Boy. And if you die, you can come back in a bubble like this, and you choose where it goes, and then you pop out. It's very nice. Now, we've got 3 different weapons. Oh, I'm getting overwhelmed. Oh my gosh. Let's just create a bit of space for myself here. Okay, dang. Yeah, you got 3 health and then you die, but you have a few lives to come back with. So it seems like the weapons are based on Castlevania sub-weapons. We have the knife, which goes in a straight line, it can pass through walls. Oh, chakram, not traditionally as a Castlevania sub-weapon, but nice anyway. And the axe, which has an arc to it, and then I can hit things like that. That's good. Okay, they all pass through walls. I think I like the chakram. Let's try that out for a bit. Okay. And yeah, we got to get high up this tower, I suppose. I don't really know. It looks like it's kind of a designed environment, so I don't think it's just endless, but we'll see. I'll try and go as far as I can, but yeah, already I've lost a few lives. When Dino says, for a skeleton, he's too meaty. I like the bats too. That's a very nice little cute mascot design. We saw that on the title screen as well. Yeah, you're right. It does seem like the skeleton has kind of something covering its rib cage. Interesting. All right, this chakram's not cutting it for this situation. Yeah, we get more of an arc out of the the axe that goes up a little bit higher. Although I could be double jumping too. I really should have been. Pew, pew, pew. Oops. Ah, careless of me. And yeah, falling down I think kills you if the screen has scrolled up far enough. Can I cheese this? Yeah, okay. I can spawn in a little above whatever else I've been. Oh. Oh wow, there's boss fights. I didn't even know that. This is great. Okay, from this position, axe seems like a good choice, but my lives are low. This is not going to go well. Cool. And yeah, again, this is for a jam, so that means that the games made for it, including this, were made in a short time. I don't know if it was 2 weeks or 2 days. It wasn't a long time, but maybe Crano can... Oh no, there's 2 of them! What? Oh my gosh. Alright, yeah, that didn't go well. My name is A. Play EA. That's me. Okay. Yeah, baby. 30 enemies defeated. Cool game. Let's give it another go. Let me see. Yeah, the description says it's an arcade action game, blah, 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 blah. And yeah, Crano actually went back after the jam and did a couple more updates to it. So it's had a little bit more development than just the jam length. But that's cool. I do like when people do that and they have a good idea. They don't quite get to follow it through the way they wanted to during the jam, and they go back afterwards and update it. So as it is on itch.io, the game is listed as released in its tags. So it's to a state where Crano's happy with it as a finished game, which is nice. Ugh, dang. You know, I said I'd be careful, and then I didn't do so well, did I? It looks like there's a kind of combo system. If you hit monsters in a row, you get a score bonus. Wardito's interested in trying it. That's cool. Okay, Crano says, I think the jam lasted around 2 months, which is more or less the time I took making it. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, jams do vary in length, so I wasn't sure. But any, you know, deadline like that makes the final product more impressive. Although, you know, we saw what deadlines could do just now when playing Action 52. It resulted in, yeah, a very kind of dodgy set of games. I guess the difference is that games in a jam are made with a lot of passion, not just done for a contract. I don't know, what's the difference? It's like a creative exercise that you're doing for your own personal fulfillment and experience, which you can view your own work as that if you're working for a company. But oh, that was close. Cool, now we're safe. Oh no! I couldn't make that jump. That really sucks. Okay. Whew. Alright. Let's go. Try and knock that one out before the second one shows up. If that's possible. Ah, no! Yeah. Oh, it's here, it's here. The second one's here. Focus on the first one still. Good, it's down. Great. We may actually get through this. Just step back for that. Yeah. If you get out of range of the big shot, that's cool. Oh wow, did my axe just happen there? I'm not sure. Cool. So that's the boss down. Oh, I can crouch. I really missed crouching in Action 52. Oh, okay. We just progress on. Oh, a new background. That's lovely. Oh. Oh no. Okay, one more life. That's good. Yeah, so Chrono's saying in chat, jam games usually come from a place of inspiration and passion, I guess. If you like the jam and the theme, you go for it. And if it's not working out, you can just drop it. Yeah, cool stuff. Thanks for the insight. I've never had like a jam creator on stream before, or even talked to one really. Oh no. The ghost keeps respawning. Maybe you gotta... Oh, what? Oh no! There was a beast, a zombie ghoul inside that Iron Maiden. Yikes. Oh no. Oh no! Things are getting real dangerous. Can you tell me how many levels are in this Chrono? And how long I should spend trying again and again? Wadito says, is it OP that your projectile can go through walls? I say no, because you still are mostly horizontally based. And since this is a vertically based platformer, like, it's not as huge an advantage, I think. Oh, okay. Oh, no. So if you throw on the ground, it goes down and then up. And if you're jumping, it goes downwards and curves downwards. Does that make sense? They have different arcs depending on if you're jumping or standing. Oh, no. Oh, if you're ascending during your jump, it'll arc upwards. And if you're coming down from the jump, it'll arc downwards. Okay, cool stuff. Figured it out. Oh. Okay. So axes and knives can actually pass through the screen transition barrier, but chakrams can't. I don't think I like the chakram. It does have a good distance up and down, but the axe can kind of cover that as well. Maybe not as effectively. Yeah, so each weapon has its advantages for different situations. Oh, okay. All right. And yeah, indeed, responding to Wadito's question, Crowno says, it's part of the strategy. And to answer my question, there are just 2 levels and 2 bosses, so I was almost there. By the way, some weapons you can aim up or down to change the trajectory. Let me just try that. Oh, okay. That makes the chakrams a lot more powerful, doesn't it? Good stuff. Can I aim it down? Okay. What about the axe? Oh, great. Okay. Let's stick with the axe for now then. That's a lot more versatile. Great. Thanks for the tip. I don't think that was on the itch description. Advanced techniques. Good stuff. By the way, I'm also really impressed by the sprite work here. It's really evocative of NES style while not being beholden to the limitations per se. Like many good indie games these days, but this is a good example of it too. Oh yeah, aiming upwards. I almost forgot that I could just do that. Pew, pew. And nice music too. That had a credit, didn't it? Or was it all you, Chrono? Yeah, Chrono was the only credit on Itch.io. Let's try the chakram. Yeah, there's a bit more upward range on that, so I can actually hit that skeleton. That's beautiful. You're welcome. I really like this game. Alright, so we know we can't jump to that platform, but yeah, screen looping. Kid Icarus style. Okay. So this time I might hang out down here. Now the water actually does affect your movement because you're not as... nuts. Yeah, you walk slower in water basically. Oh no, I was too close. Foolish. That's okay. No, focus on one first. Oh no. Alright. Oh no! I respawned too low on the screen and fell to my death immediately. That's really unfortunate. Okay, Okay, I wonder if there's like a sweet spot down below where I can sort of hang out. No, there's not, because the head comes down far enough. Alright. And Crano did the music for it as well, confirmed. Nice stuff. Yeah, this is really a really accomplished little action game. Yeah, so well done. I'm enjoying it a lot. What's the time? Yeah, we can still go with this a bit longer. I'm not sure how long the other games will take to complete, but I'm really impressed by this one, so let's keep going for a bit. So yeah, I'm really getting the hang of how each weapon is useful in different situations. That's the idea. You know what, let's just... Oh, no! No! Yeah, I moved quickly to skip through and then I got hit by the ooze, yeah. Okay. I didn't need to spend the time on that ooze, but that's okay. Who did the Japanese title there, says Wardito. Well, I'd assume that Crano just did it. It is just Demon Burst written in katakana, but also the Famicase exhibition artwork by Philip Summers had Demon Burst in English and written in katakana as well, so he could very well have just taken it from the artwork, which was the inspiration for the game. That was the theme of the jam. Did I say that? Every game in that jam was based on a different Famicase game. I think I did say that. Oh. So, I guess to answer your question, Philip Summers did it. Yeah, I'm actually liking the chakrams a lot the more I use them. And yeah, Crano just confirming that. He did the in-game version. Oh my gosh. That was tense. Okay. Alright, here's the tough bit. Axe worked well, so let's just position ourselves and get this done. We're here with 3 lives, which is nice. I only took 1 hit in that run through level 1. Ah! I thought I could clear that all. I actually forgot my double jump. Silly of me. Oh no, okay, cool. Well, 1 down. Shouldn't have too much trouble with the other one. That'll give us 2 more lives to get through level 2. I want to at least see what else this game has in store. Definitely has some tricks up its sleeve. Okay, cool. Crano, is there an opportunity for extra lives in the game at all? What have I done? Okay, cool. Yeah, so these skeletons lose their head. Oh no! Oh no! I misread the wall. I was trying to run through there and I got stuck on the wall. Alright, that's bad, but we can keep going. I think axes are good for now. Oh, no, I meant just, is there a mechanic in the game as it is that gives you extra lives at any point? But yeah, he's saying, I don't think I'll go back to it, unfortunately. So yeah, he's not going to add any new mechanics to it. Ooh, unless I decide to make a sequel, that is, he says. Okay, you can beat the ghost after it's disappeared a few times. Yes, Gibbon is also a game developer, so there's some praise from him for this game as well. It's good. Oh, I forgot about that dang Iron Maiden. Alright. Which means we're just getting lower and lower on lives. Let's play as Haunted Hills style. I'll deal with this enemy before I move on too far. And then this one. Yes, I can hit the skeleton's toes with my knivesies. No, no extra lives. Okay, that's cool. It's a short game, just intended to be gotten through in one go, I suppose. So careful play is called for right now. Yeah, I think chakrams do have a slightly different arc if you're crouching. Oh no, more. I wonder if these continually spawn or if they're triggered by location. I assumed it was the latter. Oh, this looks like a boss arena. Cool stuff. All right. That's level 2 down. Even if I die here, I'll be happy to have made it this far. It's the boss daddy. The bat daddy, I should say. Ah! Some kind of demon creature with a face like a bat. Ah! The Batman, you might say. Oh no! Okay. Let's try the knife. Ah! No, knife's no good. Let's try axe. What's that mean? Okay. Okay, he's pointing to where they're spawning. Ah, nuts. 2 health. Let's do it. We need to restore the water for the town of Rasta. Oh no! You're in a good position, buddy. Stay there for me. No, stay there. Yes! I did it! Yay! Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that. That's amazing. With evil being defeated once more, the tower crumbled back to the depths of the earth. Excellent Castlevania-style castle destruction there. Love it. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, and that's it. We're done. Great job. Thanks, Crono. Crono said some other things here. One thing that was neat about this game is that I've learned how to implement online leaderboards for it. So there is a scoring system that takes into account time, life spent, etc. Wedito said, oh no, it's Dracula. And yeah, Crono goes, it took me a while to do that, but it was worth it because I had friends coming back to it trying to beat the high scores. Nice, great job. Thank you so much for playing it. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for making it, Crono, and putting it out there on itch for us all to play. Yeah, I saw this game a while ago, and I've had it on my list of to-play games for a while until I could put it together with some other stuff. So yeah, I'm glad I got to it eventually. And Crono says he'll stick around. Oh, well then, you'll see the other game that was inspired by the Demon Burst artwork by Phil Summers then. Yeah, thanks for hanging around. So yeah, let's see. I'll just switch a few things over here. Okay. Oh, I didn't set up controls. No, that's because it doesn't need them. So this one actually recognizes controller input by default, which is nice now. Can I resize it? I think that was in the game. Yes, disclaimer, this game is very unfinished, but it is also based on Phil Summers' Demon Burst artwork. Now, zoom window, that's what I needed. Much better. Hopefully that looks a little less blurry on your end now, and it's much more visible for me too. So, this one, compared to Crono's effort, this is by Krabowitz for the same jam, and it's a bit more Castlevania style. You're on your way to Towers Approach 1. Now, while Crono ended up making his game in a releasable state that he was satisfied with, this is marked as unreleased or unfinished on the title screen there. The tag on itch.io also marks it as a prototype, so there might not be too much to it. But yeah, Krabowitz is responsible for creating it, but the art was by MD Potts and music by Vincent Zigra. And I can already see that both of those things are pretty well done here. So that's nice. And the play control's good too, so far. And yeah, so it's a linear action kind of stage, platforming. The monster sprites look a little rough. Oh, what happened there? Okay. So there's some mechanic with sub-weapons. So I can throw axes, and then we also have 2 axes. Oh, okay, there's like a jump kick thing. So while I'm in the air, if I press jump again, I'll do a kind of downwards striking kick thing. I don't know if it does damage though. Oh, okay. Super Mario World style. Oh, what? Okay, don't look at that too closely. Yeah, don't know about these monster sprites, but the main character looks good. And the backgrounds are pretty amazing. It's worth noting that the protagonist here, I don't actually know what those things are that she's holding, to be honest, but... Oh, okay. So there were 3 icons in the first screen. Oh no, I thought that would change my sub-weapon, but it hasn't. What is it doing then? What other buttons do I have? I should have read the controls section a bit more closely right up top. Oh well, I don't know what that's for then, but we'll find out, I guess, if we really need to. What was I saying? Okay, yes, this is quite unfinished. We can see. Gone Zone. We're in the Bone Zone. Okay, we're in the Bone Zone fighting this demon rat bat thing. Oh, that's okay. We got a few healths here to get us through. That's nice. I hope there's not a life counter. Oh, dead. You're on your way to Towers Approach 2. Yeah, that's right. I started saying that the weapons that the characters are holding, the character is holding here matches Philip's art better, as Crowno is pointing out as well. Philip's art had the character holding an axe, I think. Yeah, I think it was 2 axes. So yeah, this matches. Gibbon and Crowno saying, yeah, it's double axes. Oh yeah, Crowno calling out the parallax scrolling, which we saw previously, but not right now. Pretty bare bones backgrounds. Yeah, like they said, it's unfinished. I guess they didn't get very far with the content of the game. We've already run into the graphics running out on that slope back there, but that's okay. Oh, double hit. Love it. Oops. That's a really cool hurt animation too. So some elements of the game had more effort put in them than others, but that's a Deadline thing, you know. Okay. So beating that boss, a pop-up has come up. I don't know if you can actually see it, but I got a little window that says, "Thank you for playing. That's it. Sorry." So that's the end. Oh, shorter than I thought, but that's all right. Nice little effort there at a little action game. I should check out if Krabowitz has any other cool stuff in their itch page. What's the time? Oh yeah, we got lots of time. I'm glad I spent the time to get through all of Crowno's Demon Burst then. Just doing a quick check. So we've got jump ability, sub-weapon. Yeah, I don't know what that other icon was for. Maybe it's an unimplemented mechanic that didn't make it all the way. Oh yeah, Krabowitz has quite a portfolio there on itch, and Crowno had a few things too, so go check out both of those people's work on itch. I'll of course link it in the YouTube description for the archive. You're too good for the game, says Wordito. That's okay, we have one more game to play today. And it's another one from itch, and it's from this very year. So we'll just set that up. How do I... What? Let me see. All right, I don't remember what I did, but I'll launch it and hopefully it works. Okay. So this one wears its Castlevania influence a bit more on its sleeve. It's called "These Out of Control Booty Shaking Kittens Are Ruining My Castlevania TM." A new entry in the Castlevania TM franchise by Sylvie. Featuring music from Dracula Perfect Selection by Konami. And I hope this doesn't get me copyright struck, but the music in this game is taken from a very strange Castlevania like rearrangement remix album that Konami put out, and it has lyrics over Castlevania tracks. So as soon as I press enter, we will start the game. You're a Dracula. I thought there was more intro than that. I didn't set up a controller profile for this. Hold on. Let me do that real quick. I'm sorry. What shall I do? All right. I'll just leave you on the screen for a second while I set up my controller. How did I miss this? Okay, X is jump, I believe. So, and C is use thing. I'll set that to this. All right. So, you ready for some booty shaking kittens? Go. I better talk or I will get copyright struck, I'm sure. But yeah, the setup here is that you're playing as Queen Dracula, who is a lady vampire in this instance, and these annoying little kittens who are just obnoxiously shaking their booties everywhere have invaded your castle and taken a bunch of stuff, including sub-weapons and abilities, and you have to catch them all to stop them causing mischief. And if you get hit, you will explode in a cloud of bats, but you come right back, so it's fine. So each screen almost is a little puzzle, or each cat, that you need to work out sort of what actions you need to take to get past them and retrieve your goods. So, oh, no, it's the third one that is the, yeah, jump. Okay. Is it? Or is it doing it randomly? Okay. 1, 2, jump. Oh, no. You naughty kitten. 1, 2. Yeah. That's how you do it. I should read from the description of it, actually. And by the way, let me see. Wadida says, good, I expect many cats here. But then when he saw the cat, he only gave it a 4 out of 10. Kranis says that he wishes that he had thought of that name for a game. And this is adorable. Yes, indeed. So, according to the description on Itch.io, you're Dracula, queen of vampires. After 100 years, you have finally awakened, only to discover that some out-of-control, booty-shaking kittens have infested your Castlevania and are messing around with all the power-up items. They are so cute and curious kittens, but unfortunately, it looks like you will have to go around to catch them all before a vampire hunter arrives. There's no save feature, blah, 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 blah. It's very hard to beat. And as with Crowno's Demon Burst, there's a jam version and a post-jam version, because this was created for a jam, that being GMTK Jam 2020. And Sylvie did not, Sylvie, who's known as Sylvie Fluff on Twitter. All right, so some of the cats, when you catch them, you get an extra ability. So now I have the double jump. Oh, I didn't set up an enter key. I should do that on my controller real quick. So bear with me. I swear I set this up, but I guess I lost it. I lost my key assignments. That's all right. Yeah, so Sylvie Fluff had 48 hours. Wow, okay. Maybe I can retreat fast enough. No, that's really fast. I'm going to need another ability to get up to that one. Gibbon says, you got to be kidding me. Yes, very good. All right, more knives. If we're quick enough, we can grab it. Good. So I still don't have any ability for C button to do, but we have the double jump. It's just a trap. Look at that kitten shaking that booty. Yes, I knew it. Okay, great. Got the wall jump. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. I only want your blood. Yeah. So on the page you can find the jam version, which has some bugs and is not technically completable without an exploit, but also doesn't have this lovely music in the background. So Sylvie recommends loading up a YouTube video for the music if you play it. But there was also the post-release version where they added in the music, they fixed those bugs and stuff, which is nice. Let's try and go up here. Oh, I got axed. That kitten axed me a question, and the answer was, I'm dead. Oh, are you serious? It's a really bad place to respawn. Oh, come on. I just got to time it right. Hold on. Yes, got it. Unfortunately, that doesn't give me access to the axes. I think mostly we're going to be getting movement abilities here. What's going on? Oh, I don't think I can make that. Or can I? No, and I've only got the one double jump. So I'll have to come back for that one. What else? Yeah, so the GMTK Game Jam was a jam put on by Game Maker's Toolkit, which is what that stands for. And unlike Crown, who had 2 months, this was only a 48-hour game jam. It was done in 2 days, which is really impressive for this. Let me see what's over here. That yeah gets me every time. So this is Dracula singing, by the way, you know. I only want to suck your blood. How silly is that? Okay. Oh yeah, I should mention the Game by its cover jam, 2 months long. It had about 70 entries, whereas this one, only a 48-hour jam, it had almost 6,000 entries, which is really quite impressive. I shouldn't have fallen down there. I have to go all the way back now. That's all right. There's got to be a way to break those rocks at some point. No, this is to the cross, right? This is a bit of a maze, isn't it? It's like a real Castlevania in here. Which way was it? Oh, man. All right, I'm lost. Nope, not that way. Okay. Ah. That's okay. We have time. I think I'll be able to complete this one. Given your pun. Yeah. I've run out of notes, so let's just play the game and get through it. Oh, that's new? No, it's not. Okay. Backdash. Backdash cat. I'm gonna get you, cat. Yes. Okay, cool. I can backdash now. Dracula. So how do I backdash? Like this. Great. Now, what's that going to be used for? It does not break rocks. What does it do then? I guess it's faster than walking. Classic. That's what speedrunners do in Symphony of the Night, isn't it? They backdash everywhere with Alucard. I think. Yeah, Krano says that GMTK Jam is very fun as well. I became one of the most popular, or it became one of the most popular online jams since it started. So that explains all the entries. It's a very popular jam that has a lot of interest. You're being creepy, Dracula, please. Oh yeah, the other knife. I forgot about the other knife. Done. Only 11 kittens to go. Yeah, Chrono says that he made a game for GMTK Jam this year with a couple of friends as well. Cool. can you tell us what that game is and what's the concept of it and how satisfied are you with it? I'm interested to know about that. Yeah, and saying that a game by its cover jam is usually very relaxed. There's no strict rules or anything. The hosts usually extend the deadline when it's about to end. Okay, that's cool. I don't have a problem with that if it ends up making better products out of it. Oh. Backdash, backdash, backdash. Get back here, kitty. Oh, whoa. Okay. This cat has the hippogriff feather, I guess. Or whatever it's called. In whatever game you're playing. The super jump. How do I stop this cat? Maybe if I come around from the other side. So yeah, I love that each little cat has a puzzle to it. Based on the item that they have. Oh, okay. Yes. Okay, cool. Fly high. Up and X. Okay, I can do that. Yes, love it. Still need to break those rocks, but that will let us get the one that throws the crosses at least. Okay, so we've done this little zone. Was there another one over here? No. Okay. If this song is looping too much, I can turn it off if you like. There's no other sound in the game, so if you are starting to hate it, let me know in the chat. Aha. Oh. Gotta break those rocks. So the game that Crowno did for GMTK this year was called Video Exorcist. It's a top-down shooter where you lose commands if you get hit. You can get the commands back. The concept is that you are... Oops, hold on. The concept is that you are an exorcist trying to beat a possessed game, and the game is trying to screw you over. Oh, that's really interesting, isn't it? Playing with the idea of cursed cartridge. Yes, got the cross cat. Crano says, I'm satisfied with it, but since it was made in 48 hours, it could be much better, as you might expect. Indeed, indeed. And understandable. Did you consider going back, as you did with Demon Burst, to fix it up after the jam, make some more changes? Anything like that? Alright, so I've been here, so I can drop down here now. I haven't really needed the backdash yet, have I? Okay. Have I been here? Everything looks the same in this castle. Whoa, golly. Okay. I'm going to need more abilities to get back there. Okay. Okay, I think I've been through here. I'm going to head down to the bottom if I can. Oh, I wish I had a map. I need your blood to survive. Dracula. Doodle-doo, 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 doodle-doo. Oh, I forgot one. Just came into my mind that Castlevania 64, I think the second version, what was it called? Judgment? No, not Judgment. I don't remember what it was called, but one of the characters was Carrie Fernandez, a young sorceress. So there's another female Castlevania character for you. Without looking it up, that's all I can think of. Crowno answering my question here. Yes, I plan to get back to it with my friends and polish it up a bit more, but we got busy with other stuff. Understandable. It had a patch to fix some glitches, though. We might still get back to it if the inspiration appears. Cool. well, as long as you're satisfied with it, that's what's important. I'm missing an important cat somewhere. Probably one that's going to let me break walls. And then finally I'll get a triple jump or something to get past that. This. Unless... Yeah, no. I'm not going to get through there for now, am I? Looks like I got a bat transformation. Yeah, Chrono says that I think Castlevania 64 was just called 64. Yeah, one of them was. There were 2 releases on the 64. One of them... Like, the second one included campaigns from the first one, but redone. So it kind of supersedes the first one in a way, but it also had new characters and stuff. I'm not really sure on all the details because I haven't played them, but yeah, he also mentions Legacy of Darkness, which I think was a PS2 one. There's 2 3D ones on the PS2 as well. Legacy of Darkness and... No, you're right. Curse of Darkness on the PS2 and Lament of Innocence. So yeah, Legacy of Darkness, I think you're right. Yeah. Okay, sorry. And Gibbon confirming that, of course. Yes. Oh, that's a good idea, Wardito. The charging kitty, if I can remember where it is. That was right on the bottom on the left, yeah. That'll give me another thing. That'll make me break the bollocks. Yep, let's go there. Good call. The backdash is actually probably going to be useful there. Yeah, so Gibbon says that the Legacy of Darkness, the second 64 game, was the same story as the first one from a different point of view, a different character's point of view. The PS2 ones were Lament of Innocence and Curse of Darkness. Yeah, Lament of Innocence was, at this point, the earliest in the timeline. It superseded Legends and sort of told the story of how Dracula... It was like the Dracula's origin story and the first Belmont, who had a super magic whip thing. And then Curse of Darkness was kind of strange. It was a slight prequel to Castlevania 3. So the post, like, Trevor showed up in the game and he had a mode where you played as him as well. And then they brought all that stuff back for the Netflix series. So if you are familiar with that, then a lot of the stuff in season 2 is from Lament of Innocence, to do with the Devil Forge Masters and stuff. Okay, so we're here at Charging Kitty finally. Ah, come on. Yes. Oh, but it still runs back real quick. Okay. I just need to get far enough back. A little bit further than that. A little bit further than that. No. Okay. The cat is too quick. Ah. Oh, okay. Yes. Great. Tackle Rush. Press C on ground to tackle rush. Oh, that's awesome. That feels good to do. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah. While I'm running around, I'm going to consult my spreadsheet of Castlevania games in chronological order to remind myself if I've forgotten anyone. Oh, come on. Zoom. Thank you. Who's that? Okay. Yeah, so there was... Who's that? Yeah, okay. So there was a character... The series, in recent years, Konami has done, questionable things with a lot of their IPs. Some of the recent developments in Castlevania have been patchy slot games, which is a kind of gambling in Japan. And sometimes the games that are used in this kind of gambling are very elaborate and have a lot of interactive mechanics to them. So there's things like retakes of Castlevania 3 from a different perspective and in 3D graphics and stuff, although the actual gameplay is like, slot machine stuff. But yeah, sometimes they add new characters. So I don't now remember the details, unfortunately, but I've got a note that there was a character called Angela added to Patchy Slot Akamajo Dracula 1. And I do remember now that there was another character added to their kind of Rondo of Blood take called Victoria Florescu, who was like a knight character. Stop throwing them high, cat, you jerk. Okay. Oops. Ah. This cat is quite violent. Hold on a second. There's no way I can get through. Ah. Okay. I think I have to wait for them to drop down a bit again. Okay. Now? No. Now. Go! Oh, okay, got it. Woo! This cat is the best one, says Crano. Gibbon says, oh yeah, a female knight. Well, it's perhaps not historically accurate, but yes. There was a female knight who was maybe not as well armored as you might expect because, yeah, part of these Patchy Slot games is they're for adults, so they have violence and adult content such as scantily clad characters. I believe the tagline for the game is erotic action, if that tells you anything about the content. Okay, so obviously I need to explore better. Let's be methodical about it. On this level, I'm just going to look at all the screens. I'm going to go through. Let me see. Oh, does that count? There was like a game book that was like a sequel to Castlevania 3 with a new set of characters based on those ones. So that's a thing. I don't know if that counts. My timeline spreadsheet has like all events connected to the series, which includes game books and stuff. Nuts. I don't know enough about that in particulars, but I assume that... Oh no, bat! Bat cat. Cool, now I can be the bat. Yeah, nice stuff. Let's look at that sprite. Cute. Yeah, I assume that you play as the Belmont and the others are supporting characters, but I'm not sure. Who's this? What's Castlevania the Belmont Legacy? That's the comic. So when... What was it? Was it Dark Horse or someone else? They did a comic series of Castlevania. And as the source of the story, for some reason, they chose the Game Boy games, which are not the best regarded Castlevania games ever. But you've got Christopher Belmont and... yeah, like his fiancée gets abducted, of course, because that's what always happens, by Dracula, and he has to save her. And that's kind of what happens in the book as well. The comic, that is. Okay, Sonia Belmont, Desmond Belmont, blah, 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 blah. Yes. And then I've got Bloodstained in here because that's part of the Castlevania series, essentially, more or less. Which gives us Miriam, of course, as the main character there. And then Curse of the Moon, which is the 8-bit one that I mentioned, has a mode with a selectable female character. I believe it's Dominique. And the second one, I don't know enough about it. Or that is the second one. Yeah, Dominique's in the second one. Yeah, that's it. Scroll. Got a lot of entries for Maria here, but that's like different, yeah, installments and things. Oh, I guess Judgment. I didn't talk about Judgment, but that has, it's got Maria in child form. It's got Cypher from 3. It's got Shanoa, and it also has on the evil side Carmilla, the evil vampire lady who is Dracula's consort, perhaps. Who else was in that one? I think that was it for ladies. Alright, I need to find that bat maze now. I think it's time for that. There might be 4 cats beyond that, but there might equally be other breakable blocks I've missed. I haven't been as methodical about this as I really should have been, but I'm sure we'll stumble on it sooner or later. Oh, cool. Nice. Batcat is the new best cat, says Crano, and Wardina says, Nyana 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 Batcat. Very good, very good. All right, 2 left. My expectation is that there's only 1 past the bat maze, but there might be 2. So hopefully I don't have to stumble around too much more. So we'll try and get to the bat maze next, if I remember it is. Bat maze. Yes, over here. Great. Let's go. Bat maze. Okay. So the bat moves automatically, and you tap a direction to change to that direction. Yeah, so you can do it. It's not too bad. Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, this is getting crazy. Aha! 1 more cat. You're mine, cat. Oh! It did a short one. Yes. Cool. Well, that's reassuring. There must be 1 more past this bit. Ah! Nuts. Great. Let's go. Cool. You win. You've collected all the out-of-control, booty-shaking kittens that stole the power-up items in your Castlevania TM. Now, time to relax and wait for a vampire hunter to come by. Credits. Made by Sylvie with music by Konami. Press enter. And the game exits. Well, that was pretty good. We finished a little bit out of time, but I might wrap it up there anyway. This reminds me of another game that I found while searching Castlevania stuff on itch. There was like a Twine visual novel, which is interactive fiction kind of thing, where you're playing from the perspective of Dracula, but you don't realize that until the story progresses. And as you go on, you suddenly think, wait, why am I doing these strange things? And then it makes it out like you're waiting for some guy to come over, but you're actually waiting for a Belmont to come into your throne room. Yeah, it's fun. Okay, let me just check this spreadsheet a bit more. Yep, covered that. Oh yeah, so there's a sequel novel to Dawn of Sorrow called Recordanza of the God Abyss. That has a couple of new characters, including Michelle Dynasty. That's what that one is, isn't it? Yeah, that is. Yep, I think that's it. So, thanks for joining me, everyone. This was heaps of fun. Next week, I'm going to be playing more Castlevania-inspired indie games, but these ones are going to be more directly homaging them in terms of their gameplay. So look forward to that. Hope to see you then. This has been really good, especially having Crownus here with the background info on his own game and hanging around for the other ones too. That was very nice of you. And yeah, everyone else too, thanks for joining me. It's always a blast having good friends in chat. And yeah, these games were fun. I hope you had fun too. See you next time. Stay spooky, folks.